Okay, I guess am I live now? Cancel. We gotta go to Safari. I was. How do you use your Sony camera? Let's see. I think I'm live. I think I am. We're going to close that down. Close that down. Let's see. There we go. We is live. I think you can hear me. I don't know. I gotta put on my headphones for GarageBand. If you haven't signed up for TrendSpider, sign up for TrendSpider. I gotta get the whole thing ready. And why this damn thing? There we go. Okay, now it's working. I like Sununu, Governor Sununu from hit the thumbs up button. Governor Sununu from New Hampshire was on, and they were talking about a Sorkin Sununu ticket 2024. Which I'd be all for. I actually like both of them because essentially Sorkin's whole platform is getting rid of carried interest from the IRS. He doesn't think you need to defund the IRS. He doesn't think you need to audit more people. He just thinks you need to move more people. Let's go to OBS and we will check that Active Trader Pro is working. Yes, it is. And let's look at Party City. Why is there only one? There's nobody joining. Usually people are joining left and right here. Join the party. Join the party. Party City. Went all the way up to freaking, what, 68 cents yesterday? I am sorry to everybody that I got out of that one. Let's look at Mara before I Party City and Mara. Mara, I'm in at 515. It's at close at 575. It's going to open up a little bit down. Went all the way up to $6, I think. It went to 595 at its high. So it almost got to $6. Yesterday after hours was crazy. Morning, Chase. Morning, Mike. You are early to the... Oh, excuse me. Oh. If I could turn around and show you guys, I have a Sony camera right here because I'm trying to get a better, those dudes that we watched yesterday. And let's go to YouTube. Let's start this party right with you guys. Let's go to YouTube and look who's live right now. Because, let's see, gentle music, lo-fi hip-hop. Bloomberg Financial, you got 4,700 people watching, which, probably right. This Watch Day Live, 2,800 people. They were pretty good. Then you got music. Good vibes only. Large sums of money come to me easily. Every day. 36 people are watching this. Pre-market live, Brandon, 263. This dude, I think, was on yesterday. Kind of a good morning, everyone. Laugh, love, praise, coffee chat. So they're just chatting, and they've got 300 people watching. God, I can't believe, bro, I can't believe it. Super Series Week 10. Modus Super Series. I don't know what this is, but there's 500 people watching. Pre-market prep. The Trade Brigade. Chris, I think we have the answer to your question. Let's take a look. Podcasting Bay. 465 people are watching this. 465 people are watching this. What? Fire not opening problem. Maintenance break. Oh, that's gaming. Gaming gets it, it's huge. Pre-game show. Pre-market. The chart guys. 317. And the chart guys put up a woman in a hoodie. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see if these guys have any.
Indices didn't. Okay, now today, opposite day. Bitcoin has a bearish reversal diamond pattern on the hourly and is red while the indices are green. Is Bitcoin our lie detector test? We shall see.
Is this a 15-year-old or a woman?
Go over that. Yesterday we had a battle royale at the daily 50 MA, and that level is 292375, and that will continue. 392.
This is a woman.
75.
I think it's a woman.
That number will continue to.
The chart guys is a woman.
Today and move. So this is the daily 50 MA. Well, it won't. No, it won't update during the day. No, it shouldn't. It only updates when it's a name that doesn't trade during.
And they're using TradingView.
So 3923 is super important.
So
we cleared it. We have absolutely cleared it. So looking good on ES. Dixie, 4-hour testing resistance. So the dollar got a little mover and shake going on this morning. When the dollar did this, the market pulled back, and then the dollar ran right into resistance 103.49. I posted it in our chat room. As soon as it hit 103.49,
in our chat room.
The market was able to get its bounce going.
In our chat room. Keyword, I posted in our chat room. Now, I have a private Facebook group. I do not charge for the private Facebook group, but private chat room. Alert. Let me see. Let me see who this is. Let's go to this. Oh, look. I think that's a woman. It's a woman. Let's see, about. We're a group of experienced traders passionate about technical analysis and market psychology. We successfully teach people from all backgrounds about technical. Let's see. Learn technical analysis. Let's look. Thechartguys.com. Master technical analysis. Call us. Featured trading courses. Free. Enroll now, $279. See? How did I know they were selling a course? Let's go to their Twitter. Let's see. Morning, Dawson. Let's go to their Twitter. Technical analysis. They have 55,000 followers. How in the world do they have $55,000? Again, anything that these guys tell you it's just a guess. Technical analysis for 110. They're right on this tweet. I like that one. Coin being up isn't about the jobs. Coin is up just because crypto was a little crazy. From Chat Gal Lori. It is a woman. Chartographer. Let's follow Chat Gal Lori. Joke's on me. Here's the real pregame show link. Starts in 25. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I mean, let's go home. I just don't know how to grow on YouTube. Honest to God, I just don't know how to grow on YouTube. I mean, I got 14 people watching, but my opinion, I mean, Forex and gold, you have 240 people, 34 people. What? Brandon trades, gold live Forex sessions, Zendu. The chart guys up here, 335 people watching. Where's that podcast woman? The podcast woman was crazy. Lo-fi girl. The music stuff I can get. Deer Pantry. I get this. There's 800 people watching because fucking deer are cute as fuck. And they're eating. I'm stuck on because, and I'm not stuck on her being a girl. I'm stuck on a lot of the stock chart people will post a woman, a rather attractive woman up there to get them attracted to it. So it sounded, Luana, I don't mean to be sexist whatsoever, but it sounded like a 15-year-old or a girl, and I was trying to decide which one it was. Turns out she's a very accomplished woman who's an MBA and knows what she's talking about. I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but the problem I have with it is every time you go to these pages, it is 100%, hey, we're going to sell you a course, or, pay to be in our chat room. That's the problem I have with it. I don't have a problem with her being a girl. Shit. I have more girlfriends than I have boyfriends. And most of the women, in fact, the woman I mentored yesterday, who I've known for 40 years or so, 30 years, probably the smartest person I ever knew. Still know. But it does look interesting because, okay, let's get to scanning. We can always get back to that. And Luania. I am sorry. I am the ugly American when it comes to names. Luania sounds much prettier when someone else says it, I'm sure. My apologies if I sounded sexist in that one. But it wasn't my point. I was just shocked that they would post a picture of a woman and actually have a woman. So I was amazed. Zephin, sometimes I am. We all are. It's inherent, I believe. Not intentional. But I was shocked. Why is this so slow now? Let me make sure I've got my podcast up. Boom, boom, boom. Why is this going so slow? Microsoft cross up. Whoop, whoop. Remember I said earlier in the week, some people think Microsoft after CPI tomorrow might be a $250 stock. Luania, you're awesome. And hey, Luania, the world is made to point out when people are wrong. I'm wrong plenty. And if I sounded sexist, I do apologize. It wasn't meant to be that way. But sometimes I am. And when I get pointed out to me, I correct it. It's all you can do. Recognize your faults and correct them. Because nobody's ever 100% right other than Donald Trump. It's a joke. A joke. I was super impressed. I like. There's a New Hampshire governor. He's a Republican. And I definitely lean socially significantly more Democrat than I do Republican. Honeywell. I like Honeywell. But Sununu, who's the governor of New Hampshire, I like him a lot. I think he's tremendous, and I think he's got a lot of great ideas. Some wacky, but mostly good. He was on this morning on CNBC, and he proposed Andrew Sorkin, who is the liberal of the group, run as his running mate in 2024. And I think they were joking, but honestly, I'd love a mixed ticket. A Republican and a Democrat running. Boy, Microsoft and Honeywell are showing up in a lot of these lists. And energy's going to come up crappy. General Dynamics, great company. I think it's expensive though. Boom, 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 boom. And by the way, Louisiana, I don't want to be thousands of viewers, listeners. I like the small community that we have, but I worry about people who pay for this stuff. It's not right. We showed yesterday a woman who I was obsessed with. And she was buying her father a Lamborghini, $1 million house, saying the Lord has blessed her. She was not what she said she was. Just not. Maybe that's why I was stuck on her being a girl, because we went over that yesterday. Ooh, Devon Energy's up. I'm looking at the core portfolio list that I have. So one of the things that I was trying to do this morning, and one of the reasons why I'm late, is I liked the scrolls that we saw yesterday. Let's see. CNBC anchor salaries. Let's see. Honestly, they don't make much money. This is from Glassdoor. 90,000 to 124,000. That's, God. In New York City, if that's even, Glassdoor is typically slightly inflated. That's a crazy low dollar amount. Let's see. Joe Kernan's salary, and knowing some folks, $3 million per year. Net worth of $16 million. I'd believe it. They have to pay a lot of these guys. I believe he's probably not worth $16 million. My guess is he's probably worth between 5 and 10. These are always a little bit inflated. $3 million per year, and you take out. Let's see. We'll look up Becky Quick salary. Let's see what they say. 3 million. Yeah, 3 million. Same thing. But yeah, I don't diss them for their salaries. Honestly, the amount of knowledge and the amount of context that they have on Wall Street, those guys could be making a ton more money on Wall Street. Why do you think Michelle Caruso Cabrera left? She's making a boatload. This one's interesting. We've looked at this one before with Duke. Let's see. The chart looks pretty good. Let's look at the strategy tester on this one. the algorithm. Boom, 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 boom. This one, so the algorithm loses you 24% on the trades. Buying and holding over 1,000 candles actually makes you 103%. There is a significant difference between the algorithm getting in and out and just holding. This is a utility. Doesn't have a lot of a ton of volatility. There's 28 positions over 1,000 candles, which is kind of probably average on my algorithm. You win 30% of the time. Your average win is 9%, but your average loss is 4.8, which tells me every time it moves down, it's moving back up. And this one's an interesting one because the last time we really got below the 200-day, it went down to 78 here. Now you've got this gap, which hasn't been covered, down to 83. But let me look. CHK. Let's see what it's doing in pre-market. CHK is at 91. Is moving. Boy. I like that one. I'm going to put that one in. CHK. By the way, I think Sorkin makes more money off air than he does on air. He writes a lot of books. Let's see. Let's Google it. Andrew Ross Sorkin's net worth. 12 million. I don't believe it. Well, I probably do. But let me see. Celebrity net worth. Let's see. Bear Grylls. Search for celebrity. I am not in there. I am not in there. Let's search this again. We're gonna go live. Let's see if there's anybody new trading stocks on here. Trade Gold US Forex with Baydar. Stocks Rocks. 370 people. Look, you can throw up a chart and it can, live New York trading and education scalping. 5 stock sniper trading. See, and this is the let's say, they're making people money, obviously. I mean, there's people watching.
Here's the new hourly open. Let's see what we got going on here.
They're looking at gold. They're trading futures and options. And yeah, look at the scroll. Stock Sniper trading, $19.99 a month. That's on the scroll. I don't see anything in this that I want to that I want to copy. Nothing in this. I think it's Trading View he's using.
Okay, so there goes oil. Let's take a peek. Still going bullish, guys. Did get one more
Oil is bullish.
level get sent right now, so we can add this. We can also.
I saw a great. Did I do it on this one? Hold on.
Okay, level mark is on your chart, so 76.65.
Let me do this. Hold on one second. I'm going to move you over to Active Trader Pro. I want to look at. There was a video that I think I watched it. No. Okay. I'm going to look it up on my phone and I'll post it. I'll post it here. It's an unbelievably good video on volume, and I need to go to ChatGPT and ask it to summarize this book because trading price action validated by trading volume. Oh, come on. Skip advertisement.
In this video, we review
Okay.
volume.
It's an amazingly boring video, but I will post it in the chat link for you to watch.
Hi everyone. In this video, we review the book Volume.
It is great. Okay. I'm gonna pin that one that I just posted because you should absolutely 100% subscribe to that channel, which I'm gonna do from my daily stock pick. B, let's see. Let's go back to, here's what we can do. Let's go to Safari View. So this is it, a complete guide to volume price analysis. Let's go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Oh no. Hold on. Let's go to I'm gonna try and pull this up. I think I have to sign in. ChatGPT. I do have to sign in. Okay. We're going to go to Safari and we're going to try ChatGPT. Sounds good. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to a complete guide to volume price analysis. Anna Cooling. What happened? Why did this? Why did this go back? I don't know why it went back. Try ChatGPT. Oh, we went over here. That's why. Boom, boom. Okay. We're going to look at a complete guide to volume price analysis. Summarize a complete guide to volume. This is how little I can remember. Price analysis by Anna Cooling. Price analysis by Anna Cooling. Is a method of technical analysis that utilizes both. In her book, A Complete Guide. I love this. Due to high demand on our systems, previous conversations are temporarily unavailable. Oh, you mean the which stock picker site? I'm not sure which stock picker site. Cooling emphasizes the importance of using multiple time frames. Yeah, I mean this video just does a great job. The book is designed as a comprehensive guide for traders and investors to look at stock pickers. It's great. I like it. I like it a lot. Is it investor? Hold on, let's see. Stock websites. Is it investing.com? Is it this one? Is that the one you think I was talking about, Zephan? It has the top pre-market gainers. I'll post this. That's what I'm looking at. I've got a bunch of FinViz, pre-market moves, ARC trading, swaggy stocks is a good one. Unusual options. This is unusual activity. You can look at. But yeah, there's a bunch of them. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm gonna go grab some water, and then I'll start the podcast. I think I'm done with scanning because I did the energy sector. Hopefully none of your family is traveling today either. The ground stop has been lifted. Ooh, it was, I guess at 9 o'clock they lifted the ground stop. I'll be right back. By the way, just so everyone's aware, Jim Cramer is on air right now being a pilot as well, telling us that the system that the FAA grounded all flights for is not mission critical. So let's add pilot and government regulator to his list of accomplishments, because let's not forget, he's a general in Ukraine who said Ukraine should just lay down their arms because they're not equipped to fight the Russians. And what do the Ukrainians do? They fight the Russians. And by all accounts, early in the war, they beat the Russians, and the Russians are being beaten by them. Let's add to it that he can't pick a stock to save his life through a bear market. Bull market, guy's great. Bear market, well, Disney should have been is a great buy at $400. Boeing, fantastic buy at $320. Meta, I don't think you can beat it at $350. Coinbase, $400. Sure, I like it. Yeah, because the CEO comes on my show. Let's go and look at Boyle. I think Boyle's up. I think a lot of energy is just up because it's been beaten down. I think, here's my thoughts on Boyle. I mean, you can play it as long as it has confirmation. I think you're fine. But look at it. I mean, the candle just before. Oh, come on. I want to move this back. There we go. This candle is the high, 1188, the low, 1155. You're trading at 1157. You're 9 days crossing the 21. And this is on a 5-minute chart. So you just crossed 910. So you got a new candle down here on the low end of the Bollinger Band. Do I think that this has any strength for you to buy it right now? Hell no. Party City's probably a better play. Remember, don't ever listen to the guy on the internet who tells you to get out of Party City at 25 cents as it runs up overnight. Shit, it's got another run going. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me move this over. See? Look at the difference in Boyle and Party City. Party City's coming back down to the Bollinger Band. I may put in an order for Party City at 60 cents. I don't want to sit here and trade it, but you know what? Probably not. I should go grab my laptop. I can trade on my laptop a little quicker than my phone. Ash. Let me look at Ash. Party City, though. Remember, 60 cents. I think it's 60 cents. You put in the order. Well, I should say 59. 59 cents. We'll say 60 to round it off. But 59 cents because, God. Yeah. Ash. Let me look at Ash. This is probably VRO. I think your Ashland's not a bad one. I think I've traded Ashland before in my previous life. Let's see. Let me go over here. Let's take a look at Ash. Ashland, their stock chart. Buy-in yesterday, 107.72. Let's look at Ash on their PE, 33. So they are expensive. Up performance year to date, 1%. 1 year performance, 4.85. They are only 4% off their 52-week high. Initiated coverage, 120 is the price target. You're at 108. So you still have, 10%? To get to the last price target, I should say. But have you hit the price target? Its 52-week high is 114, so you got 5% to get to that. Ash in pre-market, it's just not trading pre-market. It is a small cap. So in 10 days of volume, it traded 390,000. In 90 days, it's got 383. So to go along with this video, Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis, which I watched last night, look at the volume and look at the stock price going up while the volume's going down. The MACD did cross up, but with that volume kind of decelerating, I would tend to say that you've hit probably a range here between 105 and 110, and you're probably sitting in that range before heading back down to the 200-day at 104 or below. That would be my guess. But yeah. Okay, no, let me look up XLM. That would be my take on Ash. I'm not super excited by it. It's nothing that I think is going to... By the way, look at fucking Cleveland Cliffs, dude. What's XLM? I don't have an XLM. DF? XLM Media? Is this the one you want me to look at? XLM DF? I don't think there's an XLM in TrendSpider. There's not an XLM in Active Trader Pro. What's XLM? No, you're going to have to explain to me what XLM is because we can't find the symbol whatsoever. Which tells me it probably shouldn't be traded, to be honest with you. Ash is not a bad one. My thought after watching this volume analysis one is just, that was a clear, it's a crypto. Yeah, cryptos I'll leave those to crypto experts. I would, honest to God, no, I would probably move. I'm a boomer. I'm not going to lead you down a You can make money in crypto. You can make money in bankrupt stocks. Just look at Party City, PRTY. This one's going bankrupt, but we're down at 59 cents. You closed at 45. I think you've got 70 within the realm of possibility today. It's a short squeeze. It's clear, by the way, when I look at this, if we move that back, look at that volume spike right there. That volume spike is huge. You go from 241,000 to 14 million shares. Somebody sold, and that's they sold 14 million shares. It's pinned. VRO, it's pinned up in the top. I pinned it. So you can go and watch that one. It's a great, it just guides you towards the book, volume trade analysis. And it shows you, if you go back here to Safari, and we go to Ash, I mean, it's just a clear, that volume right there with the volume declining would say, and the price going up, it would indicate that you've reached capitulation and you've probably reached a range. And look, the volume went down and you just kind of, stayed where you were at. You were going up and down, up and down, up and down. But the volume went down. And then clearly when the volume goes up, you don't see a whole huge lot of movement there. Look at this one. The volume went up on the peak. Volume went down, price goes down. Volume goes up, it goes up. There's a correlation between these volume spikes. And so that blue line that guides you there, this volume line is moving up, but it's going to start moving down just because it's probably going to be coming into this range. Yeah. Crypto, I mean, I'm a boomer. I'm not putting my money into crypto. But it's just like any other asset. I mean, somebody that, like Jim Cramer telling everybody to get out of crypto. Well, F you, Jim Cramer. You bought a freaking farm with your Ethereum or your Bitcoin, I forget which one, and you got out. And now you're telling everybody to get the hell out of crypto? No, dude's just you can make money on it. What do you want to see? My mouse? You want to see my mouse, VRO? I'd have to change a lot of my setup to show you something. You want to see? My mouse is the cross right there. You can see the cross. I think you can see the cross. Let me put it down here at 146. I guess you can't see the cross. It doesn't show you the actual pointer. I think that's a trend spider thing. Let me see if I go over here. I'm going to look to try and see. I'm looking at, to my left is YouTube, a live look, what you guys are seeing. I see on my screen in OBS. I guess I don't see the mouse. It's got to do with probably me sharing a window instead of but you can see in TrendSpider, you can see those dotted lines. I know you can see that. But you know what? VRO, grab a copy of TrendSpider, sign up. I hate to be that guy. Sign up in the link below. And my algorithm is there. I'll share it with you. You sign up with the link below. I give you my algorithm. I don't, Hi, little girl. Okay, I love you. Come here. Okay. Oh. Well, that wasn't successful. Okay, I'm going to put you down now. Now that we've ruined this whole thing. Yeah, if you have Weeble, you can use Weeble. Can't have my algorithm in Weeble, but you can use Weeble as a 11 minutes for the whole book. Change your mouse. EVG, EVGo. Trying to see how long to hold. Let's see. EVGO. By the way, tomorrow I don't know how long I'll be on for tomorrow because I've got an appointment to get my windshield. Can't tell you how long to hold on. I can tell you I probably wouldn't have gotten in. But let's see. The algorithm has the volume spike yesterday morning, but it does look like the morning. I don't know that in the 4-hour chart you can see the morning on this one. This would indicate to me this is a retail trader's dream because the morning is super heavy and the afternoon's dead. I doubt they're making money. Nope, not making money at all. 1 year, they're down 50%. Year to date, they're up 6%. They're getting a bounce. Honestly, PRTY. I'm getting a lot of exotic names. You're above the 9-day. You're at 497. That RSI is at 60. Your MACD just kind of crossed up. It got you in at 399. You're at 477. It's not making money. Their earnings aren't coming up anytime soon. There's no real catalyst for this other than, let's see if there was an upgrade or anything of that. No, July 7th, analyst report from Morningstar. Let's see what this says. This is probably just I have a Tesla and I have yet to use an EVgo charger. I mean, I drive a electric car. I don't use an EVgo charger. They operate at grocery stores, hotels, shopping centers, gas station, parking lot operators, local governments. At big buys today, I mean, look at the social aspect. There are more companies wanting to buy their way into the charging market than there are charging companies to buy. Publicly advertising in prime retail spaces is underdeveloped. EVgo nearly 20,000 watchers. This is a steal at these prices. I mean, this has all the makings of a rug pull. So, again, just like crypto, I won't shame you for trading and making money. The algorithm loses you 34%. Again, remember, the algorithm outperforms a bear stock. It underperforms a bull stock. So this one in particular, it loses you 34%. But if you had just bought and held this stock, it would lose you 64%. So the algorithm actually saves you half your money. The average win, though, is 27%. You only win 23% of the time. Positions are 30%. Your average loss is 8%. So your average win is 27%. Your average loss is 8%, but you only win 23% of the time. That's the algorithm. Personally, what I would be necessarily looking for is kind of a pattern. And I see a double top right here at 480 because you look at this right back here, just January 3rd. That's the last time you didn't have just an absolute ski slope down. This one, it looked like it topped out here on its way. It kind of opened up down at 682, and then you can see 678. It kind of hit there, but then it took off. I think that 50-day has been clearly a resistance level, and you're there right now. So PRTY, I would say at 477, do it like Aladdin says, let it go, let it go. Is it The Little Mermaid or Aladdin? I don't know which one. Let it go, wah, wah. But you're at 511 in pre-market. And so, personally, I would trade this one just like I trade Party City, just like I trade Mara. You're above the 9-day on this pre-market move right now. On a 5-minute. Let's go to a 10-minute, and we'll look at a 10-minute chart. And I'm going to pull this one back. so I can see it. On a 10-minute chart, you're above the 9-day. Let's look at a daily chart. You're above the 9-day and you're well above the 21-day. Still have confirmation. I mean, just, you don't want to lose all the gains that you've gotten. So it's 3.7 million shares in a 10-day, 2.1 million in a 90-day. So you do have volume on your side because of the close-in volume. Your 52-week high is 1423. Your 52-week low is 364. This is just a bounce. 100% just a bounce. Jim Cramer calls this major chip maker a telltale company, but here's why he's not buying. What does this mean? Yeah, I wouldn't be upset. In my mind, you've got I wasn't even showing you Active Trader Pro. Here's the Active Trader Pro. I'm sorry, Paoletti. I wasn't showing you all this stuff. I was on Active Trader Pro and I was looking at the 5-10 minute kind of ones. Here's the daily that I was talking about. See how it's above that yellow line and it's above that green line? Here's the 10-minute chart that I was talking about before. And I got to pull it back so you can see it. Whereas when you look at it, you're above that green line. So you got the confirmation above that green line, which is the 9-day, and your Bollinger Bands are expanding up, which means you're going to continue upwards. Here's the 5-minute. And I could go to 1 minute just to show you kind of, the real-time kind of action. But here's the 5-minute, and the 5-minute looks good as well. The Bollinger Bands are opening up. You're above the VWAP, which is at $5, $499.5. The 21-day and the 7-day are up. You're fine holding it. I can't tell you more than 5 minutes from now where it's going to go, though. Nobody can. That's the real issue. So, but EVgo as a total, I wouldn't be hoping for a $7 price target anytime soon. If you're up, and again, the market just opened up, you can see that candle, that red candle at $495 going. It's, let's see, 5-minute chart. It's at 509. Yeah, it's the difference in data. I'm looking at 509 on my Active Trader Pro. 506. It's moving. Let's see what Party City is. I'm going to move you back to Active Trader Pro. And then I'm going to do the podcast. I like this more than doing the podcast, though. I think I get Party City at 57. Let's see where Mara is. I'm in Mara, I think at 5. I think I chased it at 513 to 556. Oh, and it's ugly. Mara is ugly. Look at that. It's outside the Bollinger Bands on the bottom. People are selling. They just got a whole bunch of sales. Oh, Cooper. I'll take a look at that one. BBIG. You know what I am going to bring up is Bed Bath & Beyond. Because they're in a major short squeeze right now. A major short squeeze. Indices check. I gotta make sure my dogs are okay too. They were the ones that came in. I'm up 0.46. It's about what the market's up. I'm not beating the market. I'm not underperforming. I have 3 people who are at the airport right now, caught up in this FAA mess. But be fully aware. Jim Cramer says it's not a mission critical system, so he doesn't understand why planes aren't flying. Again, add pilot to Jim Cramer's list of expertism. Definitely not. He's the mush as far as when he goes to games, the Eagles lose. Let's see what happens the first round of the playoffs when he goes to the game. Jalen Hurts gets hurt in the first quarter. Douche monkey. BBBY, that's the one we want to look at because they are in the middle of a pretty major short squeeze right now. 25% yesterday. It's up another 25% today. Yeah, this one major short squeeze. I wouldn't buy in, but you can see clearly the morning has more volume than the afternoon, even here. If we go over to Safari View and we go to Bed Bath & Beyond, see the dip, 206, ironically. Got you in. The algorithm got you in. And this is part of the algorithm's kind of, hey, it's going to pick the low price at the open price of the candle at 206. But you couldn't get in. You could have gotten in 206, but UNH 485 was the right play, I think. So here's a good example, by the way, UNH. Take a look down at the bottom. So the MACD hasn't crossed up, but it looks like it's going to cross up. It's kind of putting in that bottom, putting in that button hook, if you will. Doesn't mean it won't go lower. You got earnings coming up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow before the bell. Here's the volume. See the volume kind of trending down, and then you have this volume trending up, but the price is going down, and that's what volume does. Is it can bring about when there's a lot of selling, it just brings it way down, and it has to find a bottom. So the volume going down is a good sign. That trend of the volume going down because there's just sellers and it's bringing it in that direction. And so that's what that book and that video, again, it's pinned in the tweet, pinned in the chat window here. But God, Amazon, remember I briefed on Amazon, 88 I think was the buy, 83 was the buy. Dude, you're at 92. I know I briefed on this one because I added to my Amazon. Because I sold some for a gain, and I had some additional money, and I said 83 is just too good. Cleveland Cliffs, I talk about all the time, Cleveland Cliffs. This one gapped up. It's been a killer. 16.18, you're at 18.85. Costco looks like it's putting in a bottom at 483. Not quite a bottom. I mean, 450 was the way to do it. But when they announced those sales, it looks like it's kind of leveling off. It's covered this gap. You still got this gap down here. I mean, you don't have earnings until March 2nd. And the 200-day still negative. 200 days only at 495. So I still think anything under 500, you're good. BBBY. Let's look. I mean, I wouldn't trade BBBY on my algorithm. It's going into, they're essentially laying off people and they're going bankrupt. You want BBBY on a significantly shorter chart. You want it on a 1 minute to a 5 minute chart. There is no reason to buy BBBY on anything other than a short chart like this. Oh, and my Active Trader Pro's messing up. Let's see. I'm going to move it to a different stock. Yeah, it's not updating. Let me quit Active Trader Pro. I'm going to force quit it. Do Active Trader Pro. I think my Active Trader Pro doesn't like OBS. I think that's what it doesn't like, but I could be wrong. Yeah, BBBY on a 4-hour. There's no reason to trade it on a daily. Why are you trading it on a daily? That thing's going to move 25, 30% in a day. And you're going to trade it on a daily chart. It's going to gap all over the place. Yeah. You want 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute. You want to trade that on a pretty short time frame. Because there is no reason to trade it on a longer term time frame. I'll look at PPL in a second. Oh, man. Why did it do that? Okay, we have to quit Active Trader Pro. Let me make sure I force quit. It was the damn Windows. It's the Windows shell. Fidelity keeps telling me, oh, we do have a native Mac version coming. And they keep pressing and pressing, say, yeah, it's going to be native Mac. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Then, I'll have a meeting with the technical trader guys, and they'll be like, yeah, we just don't see the Mac users. But the investment guys are like, yeah, we hear all about it. Okay, now I got to get this. Okay, submit. What? We are sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, I think I've got to quit. Let's force quit. We're going to force quit this because I know that's... we're going to force quit that one. I think it was actually, ironically, I'm going to force quit Active Trader Pro. And then we're going to, I'm not going to restart. I don't think I need to restart. I think I just need to, I think it was messing up with the Sony camera. Nah, it doesn't, it doesn't like... It's not the meme stocks that it doesn't like. It's the, if something is going to move 25% in a day, there is no reason to be on a 4-hour chart. That's essentially what it is. The reason for the 4-hour chart is to identify trend, and it's swing trading. Your meme stuff is day trading. And a 4-hour window, it's going to give you a good look at the trend from a long-term perspective or from an investment perspective. But your bankrupt companies like Party City, Active Trader Pro is now available to pre-see in a 64-bit version. No, see, none of this stuff applies to me. But yeah, it doesn't like, it's not that it hates meme stock. It's just not a day trading platform. I'm a day trader in that I can day trade, but I typically don't. I have to look up PPL for Cooper too. I'm going to look up PPL. This one's still kind of downloading some of the most actives and stuff like that. Ooh. PPL looks like it opened up pretty freaking well. It's not a... It's outside the Bollinger Bands. It's only moved 0.83%. But wow, that looks like a great move. It makes it look like a fantastic move. But I don't know. Oh, Chris, the M2, really? See, I got the M1 Pro, the M1 MacBook Pro. I haven't used an external monitor, but one of the reasons why I got the M1 rather than the M2 Air, I was going to get the M2 Air just because I like the smaller version. But when I'm looking at charts, I like the bigger version, and so I like the external monitors. And I thought, with the price difference between the M1 and the M2, as I upgraded the M2 Air, it got to the price of the base M1, and I did a bunch of research on YouTube, and it looked like the M1 actually performed better than the M2. And that's because the M1 MacBook Pro comes with 16 gigs of RAM as standard instead of the 8 gigs that the M2 Air came with. But I would, take that. It depends on where you bought it from, but Apple has like a 30-day return policy. You can always return it to them. Markets have taken a little jump up, but it looks like BABA is taking a rest. Party City is taking a rest. I assume that means Mara. No, Mara's up 2 cents, 577. Okay. Chris, Active Trader Pro is so laggy on all Macs. I don't care, M1, M2. It is so laggy on all Macs. It's horrible. This one, the computer I'm using has 40 gigs of RAM, and it runs Active Trader Pro. The second a PC, I used to run Active Trader Pro on my work PC. And yes, I worked and traded at the same time because I, quote unquote, hardly ever worked. But the reality of the situation was I used it on my $200 Lenovo, and I could run 4 charts. No problem. The second I add a second chart here on Active Trader Pro, the thing just doesn't move. Doesn't move whatsoever. So it's Active Trader Pro. It's not your M2. It's not your Mac. It's the way they write Active Trader Pro on the Windows shell. And maybe a developer would be able to explain it a lot better than that. But that's essentially what that is. It's significantly horrible. Yeah, I've complained to them about it. I'm looking at some of these. What I want to do is create a scroll down at the bottom third of this stream, and just scroll the stocks that I have in the core portfolio. I don't know. I have to find a source to actually scroll the price. And I have to see if OBS has a stock price scroll that they can provide the information for. But again, I'm lazy. Cleveland Cliffs, killer. Costco, killer. Energy seems to have taken a leg lower. Devon Energy, still got confirmation from that 61 though. Google, it's going up. Goldman Sachs earnings coming up. This one has been looking good going into earnings. See how it used that 200-day as its support level? And then it went back up and filled that gap to 359. J&J, this was a final trade last night. I mean, it's put in, it's below this ascending triangle. So you've got this out of the way. It's broken that trend. But I wouldn't be surprised. Again, it's only 174 to 180. I wouldn't be surprised if you go down to 170. But again, it's 170, and you got a good dividend to go along with it. Coke and Pepsi are in lawsuits again over plastic bottles, I saw. That's one of the... I don't like investing in Coke and Pepsi because they do add to a significant amount of pollution. NFLX, great stock. 8% dividend. Merck, Somebody got into Merck at like 110. I think somebody told me yesterday. Just hold it. I know what it was. It was because it was weekly stock picks. If you guys don't know, here, I should pull up Twitter because I haven't brought this up. I think a lot of people have been following weekly stock picks this year because the guy's just killed it. I mean, he's absolutely killed it. Stock pick. Where is he? Weekly stock. Let's see. There he is. My weekly stock on Twitter. You can follow his Substack, follow his newsletter, sign up for his newsletter, follow him on Twitter. The guy's weekly stock pick this week is CAT, C-A-T. It hasn't been doing all that well, but he's killed it. If you go into his Substack here, we'll go into his Substack. Why not? And then we will look up performance tracking. Weekly stock performance. My weekly stock, 2023. He's up 4% already. Now, probably underperforming a lot of other stocks because we've had a good beginning of the year. But look at last year. He made 13%. The S&P was 19%. To 2021, he made 44%. 29% was the S&P. 18% the S&P made in 2020. He made 86%. Honestly, this is just buying on a Monday, selling sometime during that week. And he's gotten pretty much a performance tracker that he has a detail of. I don't know where it is. But he's got it. He's got it here about, let's see. Just subscribe. He gives you all the stuff. It's momentum. He's got an algorithm. And if you're not following him, you're one of the few that's not that listens to me because he's fantastic. And last week he had Merck as his pick. And it did well. I mean, look at, January 3rd, 109. You could have sold at 114. Pretty good gain. Not bad. For a company that you don't mind holding. And that's what happened. A couple of people didn't sell. And they're like, I'm down on Merck. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. 109 is probably a base here. You can see with the stock price. We'll pull it back to it the last time my algorithm said buy here at September 22nd at 87. September, 4 months, 3 months, 4 months, you've made 30%. And you're just touching the 50-day. Nothing to worry about. Just touching the 50-day. Bollinger Bands are syncing up. It made the move up. Kind of had to come back down. It's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Might make another move up before earnings. You never know. Okay. But his weekly stock pick this week is CAT, C-A-T. And it had a great day yesterday, but it did pull back a little bit. He said the day before. Let's look at it. Let's see, January 9th. Yeah, you were up here at about 248. You basically opened at 250, and you're at 250 right now. So you're even for the week. Nothing crazy, nothing nuts. It's typically large cap stocks that he does. So let me look at my notes real quick. Okay, quick podcast. Good morning. It is 9:51 on Wednesday, January 11th, and I've been playing around for, I think, 2 hours now on YouTube, and I got accused of being sexist, but it turns out I wasn't being sexist. I'm just, we were going over some scammy YouTube artists again, and we essentially looked at a live content where it had a fairly attractive woman on the cover, and I said, yeah, that's it. It's got to be fake. And then I tuned in. It sounded like a 15-year-old boy. Turns out it was a super successful woman who actually knew what she was talking about, so I was happy that I was wrong. But yeah, probably a little bit sexist moment. Either way, I wanted to talk today about a couple of things. Jeffrey Gundlach, who's a bonds guy, he thinks the Fed will stop raising rates before they get to 4% and believes that the rest of this year will be bullish. He's still bullish on bonds. He still thinks bonds are once in a lifetime opportunity for bonds. He's a bonds guy, blah, blah, blah. He's probably got a good point. So, we were bullish yesterday. We were up yesterday. We're up again today. As of right now with the open, you're up 0.28 on the Dow, 0.69 on the NASDAQ, and 0.55 on the S&P. The VIX is up 1%. The one that I've been watching, and I have, don't listen to the guy on the internet. I got out of a Party City. I scared one of our subscribers, one of the YouTube viewers, getting out at 26 because I said, dude, you bought in at 20, 23, 22, somewhere around there. I said, you got your 10%. Don't be greedy. Don't be, be happy. Then all of a sudden, I tuned in yesterday afternoon, and it's at 72 cents. So my apologies, but don't ever listen to somebody on the internet. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, don't listen to Jim Cramer. I mean, that's the simple fact about it. The guy, if you're in the airport, I have 3 personal friends who are in airports today. The FAA has grounded all flights. It has lifted that ground stop. It's over a system. There was a system error in, I guess, one of the systems. I'm not a pilot. I don't know how to explain it. And neither is Jim Cramer. And he's on air saying it's not a mission critical. I don't know why they grounded all the flights. It's not a mission critical system, douchebag. This is the same guy who told Ukraine, you can't beat Russia. General Jim Cramer said, you can't beat Russia. Put your arms down. Douchebag. So rule number 1, don't listen to a guy on the internet. Rule number 2, don't listen to Jim Cramer. Let's go over some earnings. Taiwan Semi reports, I think it's today after the bell, or is it tomorrow after the bell? Let's look at the chart. And if you're not on YouTube, I pull up all these charts on YouTube. You can see them. If you want access to my algorithm, it's in TrendSpider. The link is in the description. You can get 25% off with the code DSP25. But that's the charts that I show. The two things I will steer you to, and I will never steer you to a course. I may do a course, but it won't be like $100 a month kind of thing or anything of that sort. It'll be just so you're financially invested in actually learning. But the first thing I won't ask you to do is buy a super expensive course. The second thing I won't ever ask you to do is buy something that I don't personally use. I use TrendSpider. I pay for TrendSpider. I use Fidelity Active Trader Pro. I believe in Fidelity. If you're using Robinhood as your brokerage, you're probably not doing your best. The one thing I have been trading in Webull, and the one thing I have noticed is that Webull doesn't give me a good price. So when I go in to buy, and if you're buying a market price on Webull, you're doing everything wrong. But I also know, and I also see this, I traded Mara a couple of times through Webull and through Fidelity. And I get better prices through Fidelity. So while you're in there in your Webull and you love your app, and I think the app on Webull does do a very good job. What I like about Webull is the, hey, at the end of the day, you can post your profits and you can celebrate and you get fireworks and blah, blah, blah. I like that. Fidelity doesn't have anything of that. And I talked to some of the developers. They talked about doing stuff like that. And then they decided against it. They didn't want to gamify stuff. They wanted people to understand that this is your money. It's not a game. So I like Webull, but I will guide you towards Fidelity. And if you sign up with Fidelity, send me your email address. I think if you put $2,500 in, they're going to send you $100. But you got to send me your email address. There's no link or anything. But if you have Fidelity, send me your email address. I'll see if they will give you something if it's recently funded. But Taiwan Semi, it looks like their earnings are coming up. Let's see, January 12th, pre-market. So tomorrow morning. This is a Warren Buffett stock. Yesterday, on January 9th, so 2 days ago, there was a gap here between 78 and 80. You're trading at 81 right now. That's the only gap that I would be afraid of. I don't think Taiwan Semi is going to come out and say we've got a glut of chips because that's already known. I don't think they're going to come out and say we're not earning a ton of money. I think what the only danger that you have with Taiwan Semi is an invasion by China, and that would kill the stock. Right now, the RSI is at 67. I don't know that I'd necessarily get into it, But if you listen to my stock podcast, you know on December 30th, we had a buy-in here at 74.29. You're at 81 right now. You've made your 10%. And this one has a pretty good dividend, I believe, as well. Let's look it up in FinViz. 2.19%. You are 43% off your 52-week high. So you're still in the middle of your trading range between 59 and 145. Performance year-to-date since January 1st, you are up 9.1%. This is a great one. And you're heading into earnings. I might play this one before earnings. This is part of the Daily Stock Pick core portfolio in TrendSpider. And in TrendSpider, I give you access to my core portfolio tracking list, which I have been lazy on because I have to do the energy and the levered ETF lists. Back off, bro. Back off, bro. Don't push it. I've got an agenda. So, but you do have Taiwan Semi in that list. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it should be part of your portfolio. The only gap that I'm worried about, you covered this gap down to 74 before. So there's no more gaps that I'm worried about. The only gap that I'm worried about right now is down to 78. Hold off until earnings. I think if we do see a downturn in the economy, I think chips have been a super, super strong part of this run. SOXL is one of the semiconductor ETFs that we do. It's a 3 times bull. This one had a buy-in on January 3rd. Remember, Taiwan Semi was December 30th. On January 3rd, you had a buy-in here at 1017. You're at 1191 right now. So you've got more than 10% in this run alone. You're above the 200-day. The last time we went above the 200-day, it just tanked down from 13 to 10. So I don't know that you necessarily buy it, but I can tell you this. If you buy Taiwan Semi today at 81, a couple of years from now, I don't think you're upset if it goes down to 78 in the next couple of days. But I would add in slowly. Don't add in your entire nut there. I bought yesterday, and I posted this all over our private Facebook group, which you can join. There's no charge for it. I did this outside of the algorithm. The reason I did it, the RSI is coming off 23. The MACD looks like it's crossing up. Earnings are coming up on Friday morning, I think, January 13th pre-market. It's United Healthcare. This is part of the active daily stock picks core portfolio as well. It's up at 488. I bought in at 485. I didn't try and time it. It got down to 483, I think, right after I bought it. It went down to 483. I put in a starter position at 485. I think that starter position is like 50 shares or so, but you could buy one share. I mean, just buy one share. This, in my mind, it's the premier healthcare company. The caveat to this is I am buying into a death cross. A death cross is when the 50-day crosses the 200-day. On my algorithm, the 50-day is crossing the 200-day. The Bollinger Bands are super wide. They need to come a little bit closer, but this could be the death cross that just kind of does it. Now, here's why I bought in. I continue to say anything under 500, I think you're good on. They have a decent dividend. It's not crazy. I think it's 1.36. So they do have a 1.36 dividend. The last time the death cross happened on October 14th, and this is the death cross, you had almost an immediate, and this is right at earnings in October. You had the death cross right here at about 5. I think the stock was trading at about 515. The next day, you had a buy-in on the algorithm at 516. Again, the next day after earnings at 516. This stock went to 557. So if you have a recession, this is the place where people flock to for safety. So the other, I think James had mentioned, Cigna Corporation is his pick for healthcare. And I'm going to remove, I did if you're looking, I did a channel to look at. I do think Cigna is coming up. You've got a MACD cross up coming up probably around 306, 307. Their earnings are coming up on February 2nd. This RSI is coming off at 21. So I don't think you're horrible in buying this one as well. There's a good volume shelf here at 320. If you want a nice, 4 or 5, maybe even 10% move, this one I think is good. It's using its 200-day right as support. You're right at the 200-day at 306. UNH, the PE is 23. Cigna, the PE is only 14, and you get a 1.4% dividend. Year to date, you're down 8%. The difference, Cigna, your 52-week high is 340. So you're kind of pushing up near those 52-week highs, but you have 10% to get there. So I think with healthcare, I think that the more you hear about a recession, the more you hear about this stuff. With a PE of 14, I think you're buying in at a pretty good valuation there for Cigna. Intuit. I brought this one up because in my Fire podcast, Fire with Gary, I use Mint and I use TurboTax. And we're coming up to tax time, and taxes are going to kind of be in focus. This one we had a cross up here at 391, right at the ex-dividend date. I don't think that it's really moved. And kind of one of the things that we looked at that I brought up on YouTube was this volume analysis, and I pinned it in the YouTube chat. I will probably put it in the description here too. It's a great volume analysis of a book by Ann Cooling called A Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis by a channel called Financial Wisdom. And you can clearly see this blue line down here. The volume is moving down, but we're actually just kind of in this range for Intuit. You've got this gap up here at 414. The earnings aren't coming up until February 23rd. So you really don't have any catalyst on this, but you do have the MACD moving up. So I think that 388, 391, I think you could get down here into the 370s if the market is taken down. But I like this stock. I really do. Another one that I like is enph. And this is a solar company. Let me take a look just so I don't completely say. I think they're the inverter company. Together with this design, sells home energy solutions for solar industry in the United States and above. December 23rd, Daiwa Securities, 335 is the price target. You're at 234. You are in a legendary just landslide right here. You are probably going to get a MACD cross up tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon today. But its earnings are coming up on February 7th. Here's what you have to know. The PE is 112. This one is expensive. The 52-week range, the 52-week high is 340. So you're 31% below that. Your 52-week low is 113, so you're 106% above that. Performance in the last year, 58% plus. Performance year to date, you're down 14%. I think you could see this rebound. But what you're seeing right now is that it's just in this landslide. And you can see last time it got down to these levels, we took off and we went all the way up back to 330. So I just think you're seeing some weakness in this one. I like the stock, and I hate it because I might be a Jim Cramer, where I'm recommending the stock at 230 and all of a sudden it comes down to 212 or 200. But I do think that you could start a position here. If it goes down, just have a tight stop loss because, again, that PE at 112 is crazy. Your earnings are coming up on February 7th. So either you're going to have a catalyst or they're going to guide down because there's a recession. People don't want to spend on solar, blah, blah, blah. Netflix is the next one that I wanted to go over. This one, Josh Brown said yesterday, he didn't want to hold it through earnings. And the reason he didn't want to hold it through earnings is because he got in at about 220. You're at 326 right now. So he had a good amount of earnings. It covered a gap. It's not at his 52-week high, but you still have a gap back here, I think, to 350 is where this initial gap was. Your gap is up to 343. So you're about halfway there. He didn't want to hold it through earnings. the main issue is the launch of their ad tier and how that's doing. There's been news about the ad tier not performing as well. That could tank the stock. They have their programming is great. Over the December, Wednesday was a number one watched program, kind of up there with Stranger Things. I just watched Kaleidoscope, which is kind of a new kind of thing where they put it out. You can watch it in any order that you want. Kind of an interesting show. I would say anything under 300, grab it. It doesn't look like it's going under 300 before earnings, though. If it does, grab it. Just grab it, hold on to it. That's one that I like. Also, remember, this is the only streaming company that is producing cash, and it's 99% up off of its lows. But only buy it if it goes under 300. Okay, I got to pause real quick. I just heard the dogs. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. Do I still have 18 people watching? I do. All funds need to show UNH in their portfolio. Disconnect. Be when, be now. Okay, I'm on Netflix. Okay. Sorry, I had to check on the dog, so I hit pause for a second. But one thing I had in my notes is Delta, and then we have the crazy FAA flight halt today. But Delta, if you've been listening, I said Delta down here at about 33, 32. In that neighborhood, I said, I think it's a $40 stock. Well, lo and behold, it's 38. I just thought it was, I wouldn't buy it right now thinking, God, it's going to go from 38 to 40. Their earnings are coming up. When is it? Is it January 13th? So Friday, pre-market. Delta comes up. They probably will pop to 40. I don't know that I'd necessarily buy it. The RSI is at 78 right now. It's just crazy overbought. One that I did buy, and I think I'm doing fairly well on it. It's at 586. I bought it at 513. I chased it. But the algorithm had you buying at 390. You could have gotten it at 316. Never got you out. I wouldn't buy into it now. The RSI is super high at 73. I will probably put in a stop, a sell at about $6 just because I don't know that there's anything that would make me think that it would get above this shelf at $6.35. And honestly, from $5.13 to $6, I'll just take my profit. It was I think it was like a $500 buy. It wasn't much. But I like that one. Another one that we talked about, and I probably should just show it. One of the things that you guys don't want to do is look at a 4-hour chart on like a great, for instance, is Party City here. It's down at 43 cents. If you were to look at a 4-hour chart, we'll take a look. This is a 5-minute chart of Party City. And you can see on Active Trader Pro, it's got no confirmation whatsoever. The entire after hours, it was up in the 55 to 60 cent range. The entire after hours. You can see yesterday afternoon, I got somebody out on there. Again, rule number 1, don't listen to somebody on the internet. Rule number 2, don't listen to Jim Cramer. But you can see it's just lost all of its ability to move upward. People are selling. 10-day volume is 28 million. 90-day volume is 8 million. But people right now are selling. It's down 2% to 43. Doesn't mean it can't gain that volume back. But if you were trading this on a 4-hour chart, okay, it's moving too much for a 4-hour chart. Because when you look at the 4-hour chart, it got you in at 45 cents this morning. It got you out on January 6th. It got you in, I should say, let's see. It got you in December 19th at 43 cents. It got you out with a 62% loss on January 6th. 62% loss. And then it gets you back. It runs all the way up from the low of 22 cents, or I'm sorry, the low of 15 cents. And it doesn't get you back in because the MACD is just late in crossing up. It gets you back in at 45 cents. You've missed the run from 19 to 45. So my point is, it's a very hard, the algorithm is not meant to trade on a day basis. Somebody said, hey, the algorithm hates meme stocks. Well, the algorithm hates quick moving stocks. And that's Mara, that's Party City. I mean, you can trade it on that. And I wouldn't think that Party City is going back up here to fill this gap between 117 and 118. This is a short squeeze, just like Bed Bath & Beyond is a short squeeze. And this one's legendary. I mean, it's 25% a day at this point. Bed Bath & Beyond, the algorithm gets you in at $2.06 today. Let's look at Bed Bath & Beyond on Active Trader Pro. I'm going to move it over. And let's look at Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond it was up 25% earlier. It's up 37%. So, yeah, the algorithm will get you in, but most likely you're going to get a rug pull. By the way, the short interest in this is 43%. It's been up 25% a day for the last 3 days. It's gone crazy, and it's 100% a short squeeze. I would not get into this unless you're day trading. When you're day trading, just make sure you're above that 9-day. Make sure you got the Bollinger Bands. Make sure you have momentum on your side. Make sure you have volume. Make sure your RSI on a shorter time basis is being watched. Simple as that. It's simple. One that I know I'm going to be talking about on a pullback is FCX, Freeport McMoRan. This is a materials company. They have been going absolutely crazy of late. Copper is at its all-time high. Copper has moved back up. Commodities and materials have moved significantly. Look at the MACD on this one. January 4th, where you had a $38 buy-in. You're at $44 right now. That's almost 20% in a matter of, what was that, January 4th? In a matter of 8 days. 8 days you're moving. So you do have your ex-dividend date, January 12th. It's got a good dividend. I mean, this one isn't super expensive. The PE is 16. The forward PE is 25. You got a 1.34% dividend. You're 13% below your 52-week high, which came last year in the month of April, it looks like. So Freeport I had on my list. Let's look at Fix, I think it is. Is this Stitch Fix? Comfort Systems. Yeah, I don't know why I put this one in. I had some note on this one. It just says it's run too much. I think it's run. I think Fix is just, it's run from 81 back in June of last year up to 114. It's using the 200-day as its support level. I don't know why I put that one in there. VLO. This is Valero Energy. They have earnings, and last night, I think it was Joe Terranova. I think it was. I don't know who, but we had a MACD cross up here on January 6th at 127. You're selling at 132. He believes heading into earnings January 25th, you've got a positive momentum. I would like to see you get this closer to 130 if possible. VLO has a pretty good dividend, I think. Let's see. It's got a 2.9% dividend. The PE is 5.6. Year to date, it's up 4%. Your 52-week high is 146. You're only 10% below that. But if they have been able to cut their price, the cost of doing business, which most oil companies have, you might see it go back to this 145 level. And again, it's energy. It's a crapshoot as to where the price of oil is going to go, but whatever. One that I wanted to bring up is Amazon. Amazon has been on just an absolute freaking tear of late. It's up 4% today. This is my number 2 holding, I think, in my portfolio. You had a buy-in December 30th. Like I said, I think I was on YouTube saying this, but $83 I bought. I bought some. I sold some for a lot, and then I just said, you know what? I want to buy back in. And I think I sold around 80. I think it was 84, 85. And I said, at 83, I just got to buy it. I bought a little bit more. It wasn't a lot. I think it was like 5-6 shares. It wasn't a ton. But I bought more back in. I haven't bought since, but it's on an absolute tear. I think you're going back to the 200-day at 106. I think you're covering this gap between 104 and 109. I think that's how strong this move is. Do not underestimate Buy with Prime, which is their buy now, pay later program. It changes the game for them. So I think that's what's moving it. They're laying people off. They haven't lost their revenue stream. What they've done is they overhired after the pandemic. So they've got to lay people off. That cuts costs. Well, while cutting costs, what does that do? That increases margins. So they're going to turn this one around. Amazon Web Services is going to continue to dominate. Their buy now, pay later program, Buy with Prime, is going to be a game changer to where they will own any internet purchase. Honest to God, they will own any internet purchase. When Microsoft gets their stuff in place, when Google gets their stuff in place, they will start taking share away from Amazon. But right now, Amazon owns the internet. It's just my thought. Speaking of Microsoft, we had a cross up here. And remember I told you there were some traders that thought that Microsoft was heading at 250 by the end of the week. Their earnings are coming up January 24th. January 24th post-market, which is a couple weeks, next week, I think. Their ex-dividend date is February 15th. You covered this gap at 238. I think at, 228. The gap up is 234, so you're close to that. You wouldn't buy for that. But if you don't have Microsoft in your portfolio, add to it. Just add to it. Add to it closer to 230, anywhere between 228 and 230. Buy a couple of shares. It crossed up today at 228.88. It's up 1.76 at 232. 228.88. Close to that price, you can get it. Another cross up, Honeywell. HON is the symbol. This is just a great stock. This has just, been a crazy, crazy good stock. Back here in September, you had a 173 buy-in. You had a 23% gain all the way to December. You had a couple of buys here in December, but you're kind of capitulating. And again, look at that MACD down there. That MACD crossing up at 211. Your earnings are coming up February 1st. Your RSI is in no man's land at 50. The volume is in an upward trend. Your 200-day is in an upward trend. Your 50-day, downward trend. It's hugging that 50-day. It's using that 50-day as a resistance level right now. I think if it can get through that, it's expensive. Make no mistake about it. It's expensive. I like the stock. If you want to buy into this one, I don't think it's horrible to buy into this one, but I do think that there's an opportunity to probably get it cheaper with the PE at 27. Got a 1.95% dividend. Your 52-week high is 221. January 4th, UBS downgraded it with a price target of 193. So while it crossed up, I think it's a great stock. Add one share if you want to buy it here. I wouldn't add my entire position into this one. This one's just, it's up there. It has a cross up. Another one that had a cross up that we've talked about before is Chesapeake Energy, CHK. This one, on the other hand, it's down at 88, and the 200-day is up here at 98. I think you could take this one. This one's a utility. So part of the reason it got beaten down in late December and stuff, it looks like the market thinks that we could have a soft landing. Well, people are just running away from utilities. This one's a little bit expensive. Let's see, CHK. It is at, not hugely, PE's at 5. But they have an 11.34% dividend. Your ex-dividend date just passed back here in November, so I wouldn't expect it anytime soon. Their earnings are February 22nd, so that's the next catalyst. But that MACD is pretty low. So I do think 88.36, I think that's a good price target. It's trading down at 88.27. And again, that's because a lot of these high flyers are going up. They think the market has a lot of this stuff priced in. So you're looking at like Amazon up 3%. Amazon was just beaten down. So I think you have some opportunities. Again, TrendSpider is available. Use my code DSP25. I have some requests on YouTube. I'll stay out afterwards and kind of look at those for the YouTube audience. But if you have any questions, hit me up. If you've made it this far, just rate me on whatever platform you're listening on. Whether it's Apple, hit the 5-star thing. Put a review in on Apple. I don't have enough reviews on Apple. My ego is down low. I'm watching these guys with thousands of people watching them on YouTube, and they're douches. Bro, hook me up, bro. Hook me up. But yeah, if you've made it this far, just add a thing. If you made some money, tip me. I'm going to bring up tips again because I don't feel the love a lot. And I know you MFers have made some money. So treat me like a bartender. Throw a bone my way. I've poured you a drink, and the drink is called a stock. But yeah, if you want to support me, honestly, the reviews are even better. Just leave a comment. I'm happy when you guys make money. I don't need money. I don't need you to throw me money. I don't need you to do it. If you are, I am super, super grateful. I do this for the fun of it. And I don't want to charge people. I want people to understand there's a science to actually looking at charts, but if you just practice it and you do it and you get the basics and the understanding of it, don't listen to a dude on the internet. Rule number 1. Okay. And hopefully my sound quality is better. But I think I'm overmodulating. We'll see, because I yell a little bit. Okay. Have a great Wednesday. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. I have to drop off my car, so I may not be on. But again, if you signed up for TrendSpider and got the deal, get 25% off using my code DSP25 in the link in the description. But if you signed up for that, you don't need me, because you know what? You got all the charts you need. Active Trader Pro is part of Fidelity. If you signed up for Fidelity, send me your email address and I'll see what I can do. I think I still have a couple of other people to send over to Fidelity just to see what happens. But yeah, hit me up with any questions that you have. Okay, 5 minutes to say goodbye. Thanks, guys. See ya. Okay, export song to disk. Boom, boom, boom. Export. Boom. I like the stock. I love that show. Okay, what do you want me? Let me see. Zevin wants me to look at bro. BWen. This is one of your Broadwind. Never heard of it. Whoa. Let me see. BWen? B now. This is a purchase. Somebody's buying it. Wind tower order. Oh. Let's see. We'll produce the ordered tower sections at both its Abilene and Mentica. This is a Canadian. The 2 year secures approximately 50% of optimal tower production across Broadwind's facilities. The order also qualifies for advanced market manufacturing tax credit under the Inflation Reduction Act. This is just part of the infrastructure program. You'll find stocks like this. I mean, look at the volume spike. This is one. You can't value this one. Let's go to Active Trader Pro. Where are you gonna get this? I mean, look at Bed Bath and Beyond up at $3. What was the one? Was it Party City that I said 60 cents, 59 cents? I don't know which one was the one that I said 60 cents. Party City, you've lost all your momentum. It wasn't Mara. See, on Active Trader Pro, this shit should be moving pretty quickly. Bed Bath and Beyond is 100%. Mara's lost all its. Oh, Mara got up to $6, and I was doing the fucking podcast. Got up to $6.15. It's like $40, I think. But Bed Bath and Beyond is look at Best Buy. Best Buy is just getting the benefit of having a symbol like Bed Bath and Beyond. People are mistyping it, I think. 43% interest, and that's from December. That's from December. It has gone up since then, I'm sure. Was it Party City that I called for 59? Don't listen to a dude on the internet, especially one that can't look at charts while he's doing it. Yeah, 40 cents. Sean Dog, if I knew that, my ass wouldn't be on YouTube Live. Anybody that can tell you where it's going, Party City's going to zero. I mean, Party City's going to be bankrupt. It's going to zero. Name the last time you bought something at Party City. I'm waiting, bro. Waiting. I'm here waiting, bro. It's going to zero. But Sean, if I knew exactly where it was going, I would be loading up the Brinks truck and going to town. The one that I know, Apple's going to 150. Man, at some point in time, Apple's going to be back at 150. But yeah, Party City, don't listen to a guy on the internet. Party City's got no momentum. You know what does have momentum is Rivian. Look at Rivian. Tesla's even moving. Man, I hate when it does this. It's not going to bring up Rivian. Yeah, there's Rivian. I got to do the one in down below. Sean, Party City is one that I think it was Cooper or somebody yesterday. I said, get out of it at 26. And then it goes up to 70 cents. And I don't want to dissuade people from gambling because you can make money gambling just like you can investing. There's a lot of people that say investing is gambling. Well, investing in companies that make money, that give you a good dividend, that provide you a solid form of value and return on investment is good. Throwing something in, it was Brandon. I told you to get out at 26. I scared the fuck out of you, I guess. But telling someone to go into Party City, I mean, you're just basically banking on somebody. Essentially what Party City and Bed Bath & Beyond are is it's banking on somebody holding the stock because you're not banking on the actual stock being valuable. In a short squeeze, you're just praying that the other people don't sell because that's what's driving the price up. And that allows a rug pull to happen pretty freaking quick. And you're seeing it in Party City right now. Bed Bath & Beyond, I mean, shit. I've been talking, when I stopped the podcast, it was at $3. You're up 10% right now at $3.30. It's up 60 cents. This one could be another GameStop. Honest to God, at 43% in December short, this could go to 400 just like GameStop did. Am I going to throw money into this one? No. I mean, let's go back to here. Let's go back to a long-term view. Let's look at the algorithm on this one. The algorithm is going to look like a fucking genius at $2.06 today. It said buy it at 206. You're almost doubling your money in a day. And it looks like a genius. But here, look at the last time. This was a short squeeze too, from $5 to $30. That was a short squeeze because they thought they were going bankrupt here. So, is it crazy to think that we could cover this gap at $10 with a short squeeze? Maybe not. You're really at 343. Yeah, God. And it's just continuing. Look at the volume level. And you're outside the Bollinger Bands. I mean, it was clear here in the pre-market you were going somewhere. Now, the problem was that red candle, fuck no. I'd have been scared out of my mind with that red candle. But then all of a sudden, down here at $2.50, you have support. Up above that 9-day, you have another support, your green candle. You kind of pull back a little bit on this one. Oh my God, you got all this support in the world. Here, look at the green candle. You're outside the Bollinger Band. It's got to come down at this point. It's got to come down. Hey, kudos, Brandon, on getting back in. Oh, shit, I wasn't even showing this. Ha ha. Here. This is the red candle I was talking about where I would have been scared at 9:35, right after open. See how it just dropped down here? And the red candle, it closed down at $2.43. Then it went to 265 on this candle at 9:40. And at 9:45, because these are 5-minute candles, it closed at 261. So you kind of had this, okay, I lost it, lost confirmation. Ooh, I've got a green candle and I'm kind of touching the 9-day. You closed at 255. And then the next candle, oh my God, you closed at 270. Whoo, I have confirmation. And that, boy, I closed at 275. And then I closed at 278. Not huge, but you know what? Then I closed at 291. Oh my God. Then I closed at 298. Oh my God. Then I closed at 312. Oh my God. And then I closed at 328. Oh my God. And now I'm at 341. Oh my God. 344. Oh my God. Oh my God, ma. Oh my God, ma. Yeah. So, Party City, on the other hand, I thought 59 was the buy-in. This is a short squeeze as well, but it's going in the opposite direction. And you know why? Because people are selling. It's a whole other direction of selling. People are selling. People are saying, oh, at 52, I got to sell. So you're down at 44. I got to sell. Those Bollinger Bands are super wide. And what you're seeing is the Bollinger Bands have to cinch up. My guess is you're going to start cinching up between 43 and 44. But it's going to continue this slide because it's a worthless stock. Worthless. I'd rather see you in something that's actually making money and looking at cutting costs. Something like Amazon. Amazon doesn't pay a dividend. Is it going to zero? No. It's a little bit overextended with the run that it's currently on. And see, you've gotten this run from 90 all the way up to about 92, 90 about 94, 93.50. And the Bollinger Bands have to get sucked back in. But today I wouldn't pay for anything above probably 90. I think you'll be brought back down to about, I think at some point, probably 91. You'll be brought back down to. Kudos on getting back in, Brandon. If I could watch charts all day, I'd probably do it. Instead, I'm on here mocking YouTube Live. Let's see. Let's go back to... Oh, I don't want to do that one. I'm going to go back to YouTube. And we're going to open up the live stream. Trades by Matt. This guy's good. He's got 1.6K watching. This guy's good. I like him. I subscribe to him. I don't agree with him pushing funded trading. He does have a free chat, free Discord chat. But I love his stream. His stream is so clean. And his camera, that's the camera I need to get. Because his setup is just so nice.
Yeah, I did that on the NAS. The NAS was a good, clean knife catch when I took that trade off of this prior wick.
He just trades a couple of things.
Prior wicks though, not like
Clean charts.
this, not the next one. Needs to be going into a wick. All right, trying to get some buyers here on the NAS.
He trades futures. Yeah, Daniel Inskeep, if you guys don't watch him, he's pretty good. He's referred a lot of guys over to Trades by Matt. But let's see. Let's go back to live. Launchpad, SpaceX. Oh, Falcon Heavy is getting. Oh, it's just a prep. Kilauea, Volcano live stream. Pretty good. There's a guy trading stocks. You got your Bloomberg, which is good. 2K watching on Bloomberg. The Deer Pantry still has 58 people watching, and they're on ostriches or something. CNBC Marathon streaming, documentaries and deep dives. 63 people are watching that one. I don't understand that. Risk-free trading, Apex account. 193 people are watching this one. Live scanner and halt signals, no delay. Trade ideas, no delay. 853 people are watching. Live intraday trading, Forex, crypto, natural gas, gold analysis. Let's see if he's trading oil and stuff. Let's see if he's in oil, and since he mentions natural gas, I should bring up LNG, which is Cheniere Energy. He's got XNG USD. So he's trading the actual futures. Trading with cigar. Yeah. I think India. We are not any. Let's see. Yeah. Open account in cryptocurrency exchange Fair Desk. Low trading fees via exclusive benefits from Fair Desk. Join our Telegram. See. This is where I'm like, It's great to learn, but these guys are making more money off their learnings than they are their actual. Oh, I wasn't even on Safari. Man, why aren't you guys alerting me? Here. So what did I just look at? I looked at Trading by Matt, which I like. Daniel Inskeep, great. He refers people over to here. This guy knows what he's doing. I like him. And his camera.
We're back inside the range on the NAS. We're back inside the range on the ES. There's lots of wicks going on. It's pretty undesirable price action to me at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks super clean or super, like, even in hindsight, the only thing that looks good is this rejection of Monday's high.
Right.
But even in the moment, it was like pumping pretty nicely. So.
But that Monday's high rejection was
When in hindsight it still doesn't look that clean, you know something's like bleh. Like it's
yeah.
Because normally in hindsight you should be able to be like, oh yeah,
I should ask him. What about Boyle? And let's go. Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning. Oh, this is my buddy Chris is writing that one. I think he's done that one. Calm Your Anxiety, 4K Lo-Fi, Deer Pantry. These guys are good. These guys actually have a live trading desk. Paid promotion, I don't even know. I should probably put paid promotion on mine, but I don't get it paid. Live Forex trading, 4,000 to 40K. Trading scalp 1 minute entries. 844 people are watching. Let's see this guy's stream. Let's see what this guy's about. Yeah, see, he's got VIP membership section to get unlimited access to live streams. He's on TradingView, which is a free platform. He may pay for it, but private VIP members room. Solo network trading courses. There's no reason to pay for this stuff. Guarantee you they're making more money off the subscription that you're going to pay for than they are in trading. Stock market today, live tasty. These guys know what they're talking about. I've seen this guy. Guy in the upper left. Tom.
Goodbye for now. Thomas, you know what that sound is? There it is. Yeah.
Let's see.
A little late like me last night.
See,
Nick the taste of Johnny trades. What's up? What's up, boys?
again, they're
You want some trade?
get up to $2,000 in cash when you fund your Tastyworks account.
Look, Ray, come back to the light. Come in. Come in. Can we like
Apple Cat Snap.
cards? That would be good for the new office.
No, it's not good. It's not good for anything. It's not good.
Well, it's advantageous.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Not good for anybody.
It's not a good thing.
Oh,
If you don't play gin, you don't need all those cards.
Are you planning, so for the new office, are there any things that you're like specifically getting for the
These are old guys. I don't like watching the old guys. Nifty Bank Drift US says live day trade scanners. Yeah. AMC. Oh. Casey Shaw. Let's look at this one. This dude's got like some type of bus in the bottom right or something.
You can see right there alone that it is a great indicator of a failing market, and because so many people buy so much off of Amazon, I think it's a great indicator. Cinemark. The reason I'm watching Cinemark right now is because I think that it's a great indicator to watch in regards to like if you want to know how your companies should be doing that you're invested in, you should know how their direct competitors are faring in contrast. So that's why I'm watching Cinemark. Doge. So I didn't realize this at the time with Doge, and I don't even know if I want to make this comment fully, but there are some factors that tie Doge to AMC that I don't want to talk about because I can't really prove it, but I do believe that there are some factors that are tying Doge to AMC. But what I do want to say about it is that for a long time I really kind of viewed it as like the blue collar cryptocurrency.
Yeah, you know what?
North America.
Hey, kudos to this dude. He's not charging for anything.
Affordable. People feel like it can still rise in price, so they're buying it.
I think he's good. I'll subscribe to him. What the hell?
Whatever it is you want to buy. Candy in a candy store. And so I think that anytime we've seen some price rises on Doge, very oftentimes
He's got only subscribers. I should do that. Only subscribers can actually chat.
it's been historically a very strong indicator. Bitcoin, I'm watching it because it's kind of like the OG.
Because I think half the people who tune in, you guys better be subscribed who are tuned in.
Know how much
Just hit the subscribe button. Doesn't hurt.
well, I don't know for a fact how much there is, but I know that
I
there's
think most everybody should be.
institutional
But I don't mind this guy. He's not selling anything.
side Bitcoin.
And he gives you great links to look at stuff.
That's occurring on Bitcoin that's causing price
Don't know that I would necessarily be trading AMC,
similarly to how a normal
but
algorithm
I don't mind the guy.
AMC.
Okay.
And
I'm going to get off that one. Okay, let me go. I'm going to move you guys over to Active Trader Pro so we can watch Amazon go down a little bit. Let's look at Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's see if this one, it's back down at 322. I'm going to move in for a closer look. We'll watch the candles here. It got all the way up to 346 today. I think it's putting in this shelf. And hit the bell for notifications. I don't care if you get notifications. I don't care if you guys show up. Like D-Man. D-Man is a pretty early on watcher of YouTube. I think he found me on YouTube before he found me like my podcast. And God, I got to get my lighting better. And I got to get this. This needs to look better. Needs to look better for me. I'm not happy with this look. This look right now is not good. Are you in Bed Bath & Beyond, Brandon? I'm going to go over here and... I'm going to go to Anchor. And I'm going to upload this. I'm going to look at Party City, too. New episode. Kudos, man. Just realize it's gambling. Free music. What are we going to add on as a transition? You know what? I'm going to go down to the bottom. I haven't used one from the bottom, just a random one recently. We collect shiny things. I don't like that one. I like that one. I like jazz combo. I like that one. I'm adding that one in. Backbeat. Word is on the street that your fire in the heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe. Yeah. Zephin, you're up 5% on Bed Bath & Beyond. Save episode. What am I going to... Earnings next week. Market update 1/11/23. See, actually, I was gonna record something on GarageBand, my own intro, because you get dinged with copyright crap if you use something other than on Spotify. Spotify will allow me to do it, but if I upload it on Anchor, then I kind of get screwed where I've got to okay. We got CPI coming out tomorrow too. But I talked about that already. Let's see. Use code DSP. Bad mouth wine squeeze. Let's see. Okay. I think that's everything. I'm going to copy this again. You know what I haven't gone over is some of our ETFs. Published now. Let me post this up on Twitter. Where are we? 320, 310. I still think you got $6 probably in the bag. Oh, why don't I turn on this? Turn on that do not disturb. I know I got some texts while I was doing the podcast. TSM, UNH. I'm telling you, I may actually buy Bank of America before earnings Friday. I like Netflix, man. Squeeze. I think that the fix was a different one. AMZN. Let's see. Let's put in Best Buy is the most active. Tesla. TQQQ. SQQQ. QQQ. SPY. SOXL. SOXS. And we'll do one more. AMC. There we go. Tweet. And then we're going to do just the rest of the... I don't think I get actual listeners from this, though. Is Mara dead? Let's see. Better not be below 513. Yeah, Mara's one that I think it's taking a break. I mean, it's got no confirmation. I'm not selling right now. I'm at 513. But if it gets down to, I only have, what do I have? Let's see. Let's go on to Webull. I sold all my Mara through Fidelity. So I don't own any Mara in Fidelity anymore. I made that money just because it was easy to get in and out. So I own $265 worth of Mara. I am up 4%, so $8. And that's at $5.30, and it's gone even below that. So I wouldn't get into Mara just because, here, if you go over to and remember, wow, FTX bankruptcy reveals investors are set to be wiped out. Wow. The reason I wouldn't get into Mara is look at how strong it is. And if just to come back down to the 9-day, it's $5.89. So I think that $5.30, my guess is the reason why I wanted to sell at 6 was I just don't think it gets above this platform and this volume shelf right here between 624 and 653. And you can see it kind of bounced right off there. And it's this shelf right here where that last buy at $6.05. I wanted to sell at 6, but I didn't sell at 6. I wouldn't get into Mara. That's a guy on the internet telling you don't get into Mara. I think if Mara gets below $5 today, I think, picking up more Mara, I think you're good. Because I do think that we've put a pretty good shelf. If you break $4.50, I think that's where you kind of run into problems. Because if we bring this high over here and we look at this volume shelf right here, you've got $3.56 to $4. This one at $4.89. If you break this $4.50 right here and go down below that 21-day, you got a problem. But see, the volume's keeping you up there. It's just red volume today. The yellow, where? The yellow verticals, like right here, that's earnings. The yellow line right there, that's a 21-day EMA. I don't know where the yellow fibs. you can hit up here in TrendSpider, I can hit auto Fibonacci and see it puts in your automatic kind of support and resistance line, 583 right there, 318. These things on the right, the stair steps, the volume. Yeah, those things on the right, the shaded areas. Yeah, those are volume. So those are volume, what's called volume shelves. And there's over here on the left, you'll see when I drag that line, it's called a VBR start manual. And so essentially what you drag it to is a volume by price. That's what VBR stands for. And you want to pull it to the last time it was really at kind of a peak. And so what this does is, okay, from this date, October 27th, it says who bought from October 27th forward and what price did they buy at and are still holding. If somebody sold, say in December, they're not in this volume by price. If they didn't sell, they're in this volume by price. And so it gives you a good support look at, okay, who are the ones who are short-term holding and what price are they holding at? Because if you get, like, there's a large shelf here between 356 and 392. If you get below 392, more than likely these fuckers are selling. If you get, that's why I'm saying at this 450 mark, I think there's a lot of people here who would get nervous and start selling. But that's what these channel stairs are. And you can see from October 27th, where this one is, there's still a lot of people holding up here at 9. I mean, if you break this 686 level, that 9's not out of the question. Upstart is a broken company. Their algorithm, there was a lot of hope for this one. A lot of hope for this stock and this company. And the hope was that their algorithm, which does loans not through a FICA score, but through other things. And there is a famous, let me see, youtube.com, CNBC clip with Mark Miniveri, CNBC Mark Upstart. There it is, Mark Minivineri. So this, by the way, let me show you this clip, because this is why you don't listen to a dude on the internet.
Putting money in right now include Upstart. That is one.
So, well, Upstart's up about 25% just in 4 days. That's a good looking name. Very powerful, very strong earnings. These stocks are.
What do they do? I don't even know them. What do they do?
Excuse me?
What does Upstart do?
Well, I'm sorry.
What kind of company is it?
Yeah, I'm not. You're breaking up.
Yeah. They didn't break up. Dude didn't know what Upstart did. Now he's a legendary investor. Guy's a legend investor. But you know what they did? He's trading on momentum. And he's on CNBC pumping and dumping. That's why you don't listen to dudes on the internet. Here's my thoughts on Upstart as we go. The algorithm had a buy-in at 1272. You do have this upturn. The problem is Upstart is still not making money. Their forward PE, they're still at 115. They were down 87% last year. Performance year to date, they're up 7%. It's a trade. It's not a hold. Right now, I would say, I would pull this volume pretty close because it was trading up here at about 17 where it put in almost a flattening before it just went down there. The volume hasn't really come back. The $12.72, remember it's coming off at 21 on the RSI. It's getting up here. I would say from a, let's see, let me cancel out of this. We're going to zoom in a little bit. And I am going to take the highs. And we'll go right through here. And we'll touch this. So here, from here, I would probably put my low, my stop in at 1424. If it hits 1424, get the hell out. If it continues to go up, then you're good. But at if you're buying here at 1465, I don't think it's worth it because I think you've run up too much and your RSI's at 57. Better places to put your money. I'd rather even see you in Amazon, which is up 4% today. But you can see this channel that I bought, that I drew. It's not, there's nothing technical or reasonable about this, but I would say just from the because I can't see a shelf level that's clear here. Most people are holding around here at 1340 to 1355, but that's only since December 15th. So 1 month. And you've passed that. I think a lot of these people are looking to take the money and run. I don't think anybody's investing in Upstart anymore. So, I think that would be my take on Upstart. No, I don't want to create a trailing stop loss. I want to get rid of this. Remove. Yes. But that's my take on Upstart. Mara's gotten a little bounce at 532. Let's look at Bed Bath & Beyond, and then Party City, and then I am done for the day. Bed Bath & Beyond at 309. And Bed Bath & Beyond has it's got confirmation above that 9-day now. It just kind of pulled back to that 9-day. Those Bollinger Bands have to move in. I would say this volume shelf at 305 to 314 is looking pretty damn strong, to be honest with you. Let's look at Party City. Before I go to Party City, do we think it is above or below 30 cents? I think above. 42. It's gotten some bounces. It's got nothing that it can hold on to, though. This 43 to 44, that volume is kind of putting in that. Oof. HDSN. I don't even know what that is. Hudson Technologies. Ooh, that's a nice chart. Let's go back to Hudson Technologies. From a chart perspective, it looks good. It's definitely holding on to that 200-day as its support. God, it would have been nice to get in when it was below the 200-day just because it looks like it's a pretty quality stock. But let's go over to FinViz and look. I would say that you have... See how the MACD's right on that oscillator? It's small volume. The RSI is at 66. Let's see. HDS. I'll look at some meme stocks. P of 4.66. They are a basic material specialty chemicals. So this is it's a materials company. Refrigerating services provide solutions to recurring problems with the refrigeration industry. They are a micro cap, I believe. Yeah. So it's only trading 437,000 shares in 10 days. Its PE is 4.66. So it's not super high, no dividend, up 2%. Last year was up 154%. No real thoughts on it other than, May 9th, they upped it to a $6.50. It's at $10.77. It's probably a little bit expensive. That would be my take on it. Zacks is kind of crap. Nobody's really covering it other than Zacks. 100 best small companies list 2023. It's some pump on it. If you bought in at $10.11, I don't think that's horrible. I mean, its 52-week high is 1246. I can't imagine a reason why it wouldn't get back up there. Again, if it's a good company, I just don't know anything about it. Essentially, what they're posting here. Let's see. There's some insider sales. December 11th, options exercise at 381. December 12th, somebody sold at 1153. One of their VPs. The CFO sold at 1013. They're not selling huge amounts. I mean, this is 467,000, 219,000. Nobody's getting rid of a ton. One of the directors, Stephen Mandraccia, in May, sold at $9.70. He sold a bunch. I mean, he sold millions of dollars worth. Probably to, it looks like he's getting, he sold 100,000 here in March, 100,000 again at 578. Then when it got up to 10, he sold a shit ton. And he's a director, so I don't think 1013 is bad. I just think, you're buying an expensive stock at close to its highs. If you know something about it, great. If you don't, take your money and run. It's just, they're touting this Forbes 100. I know enough about Forbes to know you can pay to get on that list. So, AMRS. This sounds like one I'm going to scold you on. Amorous. You had a $1.40 buy-in. $1.40. It's a materials company. They're not making money. JP Morgan downgraded them. $2 price target. The $2 price target is from August. Insiders filled with treasuries with $20 million worth of stock over the last year. Let's see. Sale $3.50. Looks like this guy Frank sold his soul between $4.20 and $3.50. There's no buys. One good clinical trial or perhaps molecule provider for BP Well. That would be a golden high margin ticket. The way I see it, Mello is working very hard to build a great company, and this takes time. He has done incredible things, and he reaches for the stars, and sometimes you go into every star. Bill, I can't disagree with you. I mean, when you've got insiders selling at far less and taking profits, and it's kind of run up. But it's one of those micro caps that I just don't know. It could be a great one. This AMRS, it just looks like a train wreck, to be honest with you. There's better place to put your money. But again, that doesn't mean that you can't make money in this one. That $1.40 looks juicy if it gets back to this 200-day at $2.49. That looks great. Meanwhile, you got Google here. You got a buy-in at 88. You're trading at 91. Looks juicy if you get back to the 200-day at 98. Which one do I want to take a chance on? AMRS or Google? Percentage seems to be about the same. Maybe not. AMRS is probably there. A little bit higher. I think Apple gets back to 150. Where's the 200-day? Right at 146. I mean, that 200-day is negative, so it's not a great omen. You had your death cross, and it's continued down. On the daily, you kind of touched the 200-day with the 50-day when it got up here towards 173 back in August. It's been just a nightmare ever since. But 200-day at Apple is at 150. At some point in time this year, I think you get back to 150. You got a hell of a lot of gaps to get through there. Here's the, let's pull back here to August. So here's where everybody bought in. I mean, there ain't volume shelves building down here. They're all between 140 and 150. And everybody's still holding. So again, the question for me, and you guys might be a little bit different. I'm not throwing my money at Party City. I'm not throwing my money at, I am throwing my money at Mara. But I got luck. I mean, this is pure luck. Mara at 541. It's on its way back. Like I said, I'm not necessarily selling it. It's only, $400? It's not a lot for me. Mara, Party City. Is that at 30 yet? Let's see. 43. Kind of just sitting there. 320, I bet this is at. 316. What's ACC? Let me look. I don't know what ACC is. I don't even have that symbol. I'd say Google. I thought you were talking AOC. I'm like, oh, she's honestly, I mean, not to be sexist, but she's a Senate 15 on a 1 to 10 scale. Tesla's still, Tesla's, if you like Tesla at a 140 PE, why wouldn't you like it at a 36 PE? Okay. I got to head out. Dog's sitting here crying. And just to prove it, come here. Just to prove it, we're going to say goodbye. Okay? We're going to say goodbye. And the other one just popped in too. Okay, I may be on tomorrow. I might not be. Watch that video that's pinned up here. It's pinned in the chat. Watch it. It's a great video. I love her being outspoken. I don't agree with her 100%, but I love it. I love it. I really do. I love that she gets under people's skins for things she actually believes in. That's the difference between her and some of the conservatives who are a little bit crazy. I think some of those conservatives don't actually believe it. They're trying to better themselves rather than the country.